Hey everybody, Billy with Renegade RC again. Doing something a little different. I had hinted to this in a prior video way back. I think it was when I was doing the headlight bucket how-to on the Bronco body. I had mentioned something about buying a couple kits and did some research, found out from what I heard, I don't know for sure, that Tamiya, the F12 Ferrari they had released, I had heard through the grapevine that they were going to pull that kit. For I don't know what for reasons, but maybe it didn't sell a lot or whatever. I think it's a great looking car. I'm a Ferrari buff. I think they're just beautiful Italian cars. Each one looks like a work of art to me. So I opted to go with the F12, just simply so I would have it before it became obsolete and really hard to find and really hard to source, I guess you'd say. I apologize. When I built the car, I didn't do any kind of build video. I took a lot of pictures along the way, but I didn't get any videos. So that's what I'm going to try to do today, is give a little reveal video of it, since it is primarily finished. I'd say it's 95% complete. Haven't added the mirrors yet, and a couple. I'm still on the fence on a couple. Let's call them spoilers that the kit comes with, for like the quarter windows on the back, on each side, and certain things like it, which I don't know that I'm going to put on this kit, simply because I kind of feel like it takes away from it. Sometimes less is more. I'm not a big stickler for adding all kinds of flashy stuff. Now I do, at the same time, I will add things if I think it will bring a certain level of maybe a little classiness to it, or take it to the next level. And I tried to do that with this car. I hope I did it right. What you're going to see is the F12. Now on the box and in the instructions, it calls to paint this car yellow. Wasn't going to happen. I'm not a big fan of yellow on something like this. I just thought with the parts that I was finding online, I thought that I could carry it in a different direction and really make it pop and put a little bit of class with the fact that it is just a gorgeous body. The body lines of the F12 are just absolutely beautiful, damn near sexy. And so I took it in a whole nother direction, and I hope you guys like it. This is one that I built, and it's probably been built now for, I'd say, the better part of 4 months. It's been a good while. And other than taking pictures of this car, it has not left the box. Right now, what you're going to see is probably maybe the 6th or 7th time that it's been out of the box. Not that it's anything major, not that it's some award winner, but sometimes when a person like myself, I've been doing this hobby now for over 35 years. And so sometimes when I build something, they just turn out too nice, and you don't want to just deem it, oh, it's just a shelf queen, but you don't want to abuse it either, because it just you put a lot of time in them and a lot of heart, and I don't know, it's just something just says don't destroy this car, and that's what I'm doing. This has never had a battery through it, although it's got everything in it. It's even got one of my receivers, and I have never even put a battery in it to center the servo. I hope you guys like it. If you are following me on Instagram, you've already seen this car, but I had to do it for those of you that don't. If you are interested in following me on Instagram, please do. It's renegade.rc on Instagram. I appreciate a follow. Like, subscribe to the videos, man. I'm trying my best to get a lot more content these days. Shop's really close to being finished, and I hope you guys will like what I'm putting together out there also. I'm going to step it up with a couple more cameras, better cameras, and just some neat tips and tricks. And hopefully do some, what I'm going to call a quick build series. Just, you know, just to promote the hobby, my love of the hobby. And without any further ado, let me show you what we got. Again, I hope you guys like this thing. I'm going to take it, then I'll grab the camera, and we'll take a look at what we got here, huh? Now, my camera work is probably going to be a little shaky, and I apologize, but here we go. How is this for a somewhat classy build? What you're seeing is a frost white paint job. It's a Tamiya paint. There are a total of 85 decals on this car, even though it may not look like it, but there's a lot of intricate stuff on as far as like trim around the windows and things of that nature. Car turned out really great. I think it did. I opted for a different set of wheels than factory wheels. These are from Proline. No, not Proline. They're from HPI actually. And I staggered them a little bit. Let me get a little better angle here so I can show you. The fronts have a 3mm offset, and the rears have 6mm. If I can get out here to where maybe get both at the same time, I don't know. Now we're running stock tires on it. The only other thing, I don't know that I can see, I'm going to have to lift it a little bit. I did put brake rotors on this one. I just thought it kind of needed them. So, trip on Amazon, and that's what came about. But this car is completely cherry. It's not been ran. There's no, well, there's a couple scratches here and there, but there's no scratches on the top. There's absolutely none on the bottom. You can see it's wired and ready to go, but it's never had a battery, and it probably won't. As soon as the shop's done, it's probably just going to remain on the shelf, and yeah, just enjoy it that way. So there it is. Super short video this time. The finished product, I guess you'd say. It's a fun kit to build. There's 85 stickers, as I said earlier. Total cost in this car right now, with paint, $160-ish, somewhere in there. Well worth it to me. Super stoked to have it. Funny story, real quick. When I built the car, I was on the fence of keeping it or what. I thought it was great looking, so I took pictures of it, put it up on Facebook Marketplace, thought I would get rid of it and use that money towards something else. Now, mind you, since then, I have changed my mind, okay? But I took some really good low-angle pictures on top of a gray automobile that we have in the driveway that had just been washed. So when I put the car on top of the roof of the car, naturally it had a little bit of a reflection from the bottom. So I guess it kind of looked like wet pavement. And it didn't occur to me at the time that when I did this, all the pine trees that were behind it, it scaled everything up. So this car looked huge. It looked like a real deal. I didn't notice that until days later. I was just trying to get the thing online, see if anybody was interested. I got three different messages from a guy. I got the first one. The first one was a guy in the capital city here. I'm in North Carolina, so he was in Raleigh, and he sent me a message, and he says, "How about $200 for a day?" And I was only asking like $225 or something for the entire car, and I'm like, $200 for a day? What do you mean? He says, "I just want to rent it." I said, "Why would you want to rent an RC car?" He says, "What's an RC car?" So I had to explain to him that this thing was only, it's 16, 17 inches long, whereas he was thinking he was actually talking to somebody, me, that owned a Ferrari and he wanted to rent it. And so it was kind of it was kind of flattering in a way, but at the same time I'm like, dude, really? But yeah, I had that happen. And I had another guy that sent me a message on there. It says, how about $175,000 cash? Hand to God. And I was like, dude, I'm only asking $250. He says, no, I've got $175 and I'll bring it to you tomorrow. And I said, $175? He said, no, $175,000. I said, dude, you're talking about an RC car. We're not talking about a full-blown Ferrari. Because and I had to point out on the pictures, on a couple of the pictures, where the angle was, where you could see between the tire and the body. I said, there's no inner fender wells. You are talking about essentially a toy car. We're not talking about something you're going to put your tail in and drive up the road. He blocked me immediately. I thought it was hilarious. But I've had it happen twice with 2 different builds that I've done it. And I thought it's the funniest thing. The funniest thing. But anyway, just thought you guys might be interested and get a laugh out of it. And I'm sure other people have had it happen too. If you have, put a comment in the description. Put a comment down there. I'd love to read your story as far as that goes also, because it's hilarious when this happens. But anyway, thank you for taking the time to take a look at my hunk of junk. Like the video, subscribe. I'm doing my best now to try to get more and more. I didn't realize that I've got so damn many builds on the bench. So immediately after doing this video, I'm going to start another one. But I'm going to set it up to go out at a later date. So I've got more and more and more that I can fire off and try to get this channel to grow a little more than it has. Those of you that are here right now, I think I'm up to 17. Whew. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you're liking the content. If there's anything I can help you with, any tips, any pointers, whatever, any advice, let me know. I don't know it all, but if I can't get you if I don't know the answer, I'll get you the answer. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, man, keep it scale, and we'll see you then.